Hey guys, welcome back. I'm excited to do another review for you guys today. Today I have the Essie Sunny Business Collection. This is a midsummer collection release, so Essie is coming out with so many collections lately. I really just can't even keep track, but I was super excited about this one. A lot of the times I'm kind of like, oh, another one, but this one really stood out to me. It's got a lot of nice, beautiful cream shades and a few shimmers in there too. I purchased these from 88 Beauty, all except for Seize the Day. That's the teal one, and for some reason that teal one is really hard to find. I believe this collection is limited edition collection, so if you see that teal polish, pick that one up for sure because it's really hard to find. Even online, I'm having a hard time finding it. I have a feeling it's back to Essie. Somehow they're having a hard time getting that distributed. I don't know if that has to do with COVID or what, but we'll just blame it on that because we're gonna blame everything on that right now. Anyway, that one's a little bit hard to find. So I ended up finding that particular shade on Polish Pick and getting it from there. But I also know they have a limited supply there too. So just wanted to let you guys know that. So before we get into the collection, I also want to mention that I have quite a few comparisons and I could probably do even more. A lot of these colors were right in between a lot of other colors. So there's going to be a lot of colors that are close or similar. Don't think they're all exactly the same. And I think the way they do their colors, nothing is going to be like exactly the same, but they're going to be very, very close. So I want you to pay attention to these, and I might leave them up a little bit longer so that you can see them. And I know you guys find the comparisons really helpful, and I do like to spend a lot of time. That's why sometimes it takes me a little while to get those videos up because I want to make sure I get the right comparisons. Sometimes I do miss them, so if you see anything that you wanted to compare to and I have that polish, let me know and I'll try to get that up when I post those on Instagram. So let's talk about the collection. The first one I have is Talk to the Sand, and it's this really, really nice pale, slightly pink, but it actually has quite a bit of peach in it too. It's a really, really beautiful shade. It's a little bit brighter and more peach than Stirring Secrets, and I love Stirring Secrets, but this is probably my new like pale peach shade. It's really beautiful. It's got a ton of white in it, so it's going to be bright. I think outside it might even look kind of white outside. It's really, really beautiful. I love this one quite a bit. The formula is pretty good. Since it has a lot of white, it might be opaque in 2 or 3 coats depending on your application. So, but it does have a good formula, and with that brush, of course, I love Essie's brush. It's going to apply really, really great. So this is one of my favorites for sure. And let's get into the comparisons for it. Okay, the next one I have is You're a Catch, and it's this beautiful kind of peachy nude. I want to say like slightly butterscotch shade. It's got a pretty good formula. Like I said, it does have quite a bit of white in the base, so it's going to be opaque in 2 to 3 coats. I think I showed you 3 in my live swatches, but it really is a pretty color. I do like this. I think it will look really, really good if you have a darker skin tone. I love these. That'll just make it pop a little bit more. It is kind of close to my skin tone, but since it has such a white base, it does pop a little bit. It's very, very close to High Class Affair. So if you have that one, you might not want to get this one. It maybe is a touch whiter than that. It's kind of close to Come Out to Clay. Come Out to Clay has a little bit more of like a pink blush tone. So the tone's slightly different, but it's in that same kind of color family. And let's get into those comparisons. The next one I have is Sunny Business, and this is the namesake of the collection. It's a beautiful pale yellow, and then it's got this shimmery glitter in there. It's almost kind of yellow golden. It's really pretty. This is quite sheer though. It's going to take you, I want to say 3 to 4. I think I show you 2 thicker coats in my swatch, but as you can see from the swatch picture, it probably could use another coat, if not maybe 2. So that's the only thing about this one. I was kind of hoping this would be a really pale yellow cream, but it is kind of fun. It's a little bit different. Because it's so different, I didn't do any comparisons for this one, but I think a lot of you are going to like this shade. I wish it was a little bit more opaque, but again, it has to be a little bit sheer to be able to see those layers of glitter in there, so I understand why it is a little bit sheer. And the next one is Seize the Day, and this is a beautiful, beautiful shade. Like I said, this is the one that's really hard to find, and I'm not sure exactly what the problem is. If you see it in a store, I have yet to see it in any stores around me, but I know it's starting to pop up places. Very close in tone to like Blossom Dandy, Mint Candy Apple, and Empowerment. I'll show you the swatch picture and you guys can see what you think it's closest to, but it does have this beautiful like blue-green iridescent shimmer running through it. In the sun, that's really gonna show. In regular light, it's just gonna give it kind of like a glow underneath just to bring that color out a little bit more, which is kind of fun, and especially for summer to have that extra glow. I think this one's really beautiful. It has a nice formula. It's a little bit more opaque than the yellow one that I just showed that has the iridescent shimmer. So it found it to be opaque in 2 coats. It might need 3 depending on your application. And of course, I will always let you guys know on my Insta stories. That is usually the place that I let you guys know if things are popping up or you need to get things or if they're available. So make sure to follow me on there so I can give you any tips to find this color. This next one is You've Got Me Faded, and it's UV, like UV rays, which is really, really cute name. I love these lilac shades, and Essie does quite a bit of them. I compared it to Baguette Me Not and Bond With Whomever. Those were more pink. This leans more purple. This has more white in it. OPI's I Am Gown for Anything was a little bit brighter and whiter than this one. It's a really beautiful shade, though. I don't think you can go wrong ever picking this up, and of course with that new brush, it's kind of nice to get a fresh lilac shade, even if you've had one in the past from Essie, because it's going to apply so nicely. This is beautiful in 2 coats, and I love these lilac shades. So let's get into the comparisons for this one. This next one I have is Suits You Swell, and it's a mid-tone purple that has a little bit of pink in it too, which is kind of fun. This one's a little bit warmer than like those mid-tone purples that you see because it has a little bit of pink in it. This is going to be opaque in 2 coats. It is a gorgeous shade. I do have 2 comparisons for this one, just so you guys know. It's kind of close to Lucky Lucky Lavender, but this one is actually a little more purple, and that one's a little bit more pink. I couldn't find any Essie colors that were like exactly or super close to this one. They were all just a little bit varied in tone. I know you guys were going to ask me about It Takes a West Village, and that one's a little bit darker and more rich than this one. Has a little bit more purple, more rich of a color. This has a more white base. So I did find this one to be a little bit unique. And when I say a little bit, that just means a little bit. So I'll let you guys decide if you want to pick this one up, but let's get into the comparisons for this one. The next one I have is Beachy Keen, and I love this polish so much. It totally reminds me of Orly Cotton Candy. That was a polish that I have loved for years. There are a few polishes from Orly that I just really love. I need to do a little video on that so you guys know which one of theirs to pick up before more of them get discontinued. Because if you've been following me on Instagram, then you know my frolic dilemma. Anyway, okay, so this is beautiful. This is one of my favorites from the collection. I do have a few comparison pictures for this one. It's really close to Orly Cotton Candy, but this one's a little more peachy and it does have a little bit more white. That one has more of a curly color. So I like this one maybe a touch more because it's a touch more brighter. It is pretty close to Essie Around the Bend. I think I like this one more though because it leans a tiny bit more peach, and you'll see that in the picture. But I really love this one. It's perfect for summer. Perfect toe color. I used to love to wear Orly Cotton Candy on my toes. I should bring it out again, but I think this might replace that because this has a little bit more white. So I think you should probably pick this one up. I love it. This is going to be opaque in 2 to 3 coats, and let's get into the comparison pictures for it. This next shade is Throw in the Towel. It's this beautiful, beautiful strawberry shade. So I thought it'd be close to Guilty Pleasures, and I didn't do a comparison to that one. I probably should have, but I brought it here so you guys could see. It's a shade darker than that, and this one, Guilty Pleasures, is a little bit more of a darker pink. I didn't do a comparison for that, but you can see that it is different than that one. And then I didn't compare it in my pictures to Watermelon, but I just wanted to see this one's quite a bit lighter and more pink than that one. It's not dark enough to be like a bright coral, and it's not like a peach or just a pink. I don't know. It's kind of unusual, I find, even though it's kind of close to some other colors that they have, but I couldn't find anything that had the exact same color tone. So I really like this one a lot. I would suggest picking this one up too. And let's get into comparisons for it. This last one is Anything Goes, and it's this beautiful orange shade, orange with a touch of peach in it, which are my favorite types of oranges. It's a nice, fun, bright color for summer, and I love that it goes along with this beach theme. This whole collection just looks so fabulous together. All the colors, I really am liking it a lot. It's going to be opaque in 2 coats. It's got a beautiful, rich formula. So Essie check-in to check-out is a little bit lighter and a touch more orange. This has a touch more pink, but they are kind of similar. Opaque Hand Me My Sunglasses is like the closest I could find in color tone, but that one is more orange too, and I believe that OPI one was like a Ulta exclusive, so that one was a little bit hard to get your hands on. So I like this one quite a bit. I also compared it to Sunshine State of Mind, and that one is a bit richer and darker and has a little bit more red in it. But I'll let you look at the picture and let you decide if you want to get this one, but I think it's such a fun, beautiful summer shade. And let's get into comparisons for it. So that is it for this collection. Let me try to pick out my favorites. Okay, I'm gonna pick 4. Look how pretty. Oh, this is like cotton candy. I love this. Okay, I really did like this collection a lot. I think I like it more than the regular summer collection. So Beachy Keen, Talk to the Sand, Seize the Day, and then I also liked Throw in the Towel. So my most favorite one, I like this one because it's a little bit different. I don't typically like those kind of shimmery glitter shades, but I think this one's really, really fun. And I think a lot of you are gonna really love this one. And it's hard to get, so we need to find it. And then I love that this is just like a white with a touch of peach. Gonna put this on my toes next. And this is probably my most favorite from the collection, just because I've been looking for a shade like this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I really hope you found it helpful. I do try to spend a lot of time on my comparisons to give you guys all the information that I can about the collection so that you can decide whether you want to spend your money on any of these polishes. I will put a link up here to any recent Essie collection reviews that I have done so you guys can check those out. And thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate your comments and your likes and your support, and it would be really helpful if you watch my videos to subscribe to my channel. So thank you so much. We'll talk to you guys later, and we'll see you next time.